Good morning and welcome to my class. I'm Miss Vandana Gupta, Assistant Professor of Mathematics. I think we have started with section 2 statistics. In that, measures of central tendencies. That is what we have started. So before that, I had already introduced you with what is statistics, what are the different terms, variate and attribute, what are the types of variate, discrete and continuous. Discrete means we can take only the integer as the values, and continuous means which can take even fraction values. This is the assignment which was given to you. Now let us begin with types of data. This also we have done, but quickly we will revise. See, there are two types of data. One is called raw data, which is also called as ungrouped data, and the second one is grouped data. Now, what is the meaning of raw data? The collected data as it is called as a raw data. The values in raw data are written one after the other as received, separated by comma. For example, if you have the data of marks of 10 students, you just take the marks, write down in the as it is received. For example, the first student has got the marks 5, second one has got the marks 7. You write them one after the other and separate by comma. So this is an example of a raw data. So this raw data is very easy to manage if the number of values in the data is small. If the data is small, for example, this one, this data contains only 10 values. So just by mere inspection, you can analyze this data. For example, if I ask you in this data, how many students have got 10 out of 10? Then you can just mere inspection, you can say that there is only one student who has got marks 10. Similarly, if I ask you how many students are there who have got marks 7, so you can just examine the data. So 7 is there 3 times. That means 3 students have got marks 7. So if this data is a small data, then by inspection, you can analyze the data. But if the data is very big, for example, instead of 10 students data, if it is 100 students data or 1000 students data, then it is not always easy to analyze that data. So what we do, we group the data. Now, what is the meaning of grouping the data? See here, you see that in a data, there are some values which may be repeated. So those values which are repeated, we will group them together. So that is how the name group data is given to it. So the second one is the group data. In this, the values which are repeated in the data are grouped together. Hence the name group data. Now we will define a term which is called as frequency. Now what is the meaning of frequency? Number of times a value is repeated in the data is called its frequency, and we denote it by this letter small f. So what is the meaning of frequency? एक वैल्यू कितनी बार डेटा में रिपीट हो रही है, that is called its frequency. So look at the example here. The same example I have considered, the example of marks or the data of marks of 10 students. So this is the data. Okay. Now in this data, if I ask you what is the frequency of 7, so what you will see, 7 is repeated how many times? So you can see here 7 is repeated 3 times. So we say that frequency of 7 is 3. You understood the meaning? Frequency of 7 is 3. That is what I have written here. In the above example, frequency of 7 is 3. What does that mean? 7 is repeated 3 times in the data. Okay. Similarly, frequency of 5 is 2. Look at here. 5 is written 2 times in the data. So frequency of 5 is 2. Similarly, if I ask you what is the frequency of 4, so you can just see 4 is there only once. So the frequency of 4 is 1. What about the frequency of 1? Look at this data. 1 is not written anywhere. Okay. So that means one is not even written. So we say that frequency of 1 is 0. Is frequency of 4 is 1. 1 is not written anywhere. So frequency of 1 is 0. And 4 is written only once. So frequency of 4 is 1. And 5 is written 2 times. So frequency of 5 is 2. 7 is written 3 times. So frequency of 7 is 3. So I hope you have understood the meaning of frequency. Let us move ahead. Now, what is the frequency distribution table? So a table showing the values of the variable along with the frequencies is called as frequency distribution table. So a table prepared like this, in which the first column is the value of the variate x. In this particular example, x is marks, variate is marks. And in the second column, we write the frequency of that particular variate x. That is how many times it is repeated. So a table like this is called as frequency distribution table. So let us prepare the frequency distribution table for the same example. Now, look at this example. Marks out of 10 students are given by this. Okay. Now, marks are out of 10. So, what are the possible values marks can take out of 10? No? So, it can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 2, up to 10. So, what I have done, I have prepared the column for marks and I have written all the possible values that x can take, marks can take. Okay. So marks can be 0, it can be 1, and maximum it could go up to 10. So 0, 1, 2, 3, up to 10. In the second column, I will write down the frequency. So look at 0. 0 is how many times it is written in this data? Only 1. So the frequency of 0 is 1. Then 1. 1 is not written anywhere in the data. Nobody has got the marks 1. So the frequency of 1 is 0. What about the frequency of 2? Look at here. 2 is written only 1. So frequency of 2 is 1. What is frequency of 3? It is not written anywhere. So frequency of 3 is 0. In this way, we can prepare the table. Frequency of 4, 4 is written only 1. So frequency of 4 is 1. What about 5? 5 is written 2 times. So frequency of 5 is 2. 6 is written only 1. So frequency of 6 is 1. What about 7? It is written 3 times. So frequency of 7 is 3. What about 8? 8 is not there. No student has got the marks 8. So frequency of 8 is 0. What about 9? Yes, 9 also nobody has got. So frequency of 9 is also 0. What about frequency of 10? Yes, it is written only 1 time. So frequency of 10 is. So in this way, we prepared the table, and this table is called as frequency distribution table. So what we are doing here, instead of writing the number which is repeated in the data, we will group them together and we will write down how many times it is written in the data as its frequency, and we'll prepare a table like this. Okay. Now what I ask you here, add these frequencies. So when you add this column of frequencies, say this is the symbol for this symbol is called as sum. So what is the meaning of this? Sum of frequencies. That means you add the column of frequencies. So when you add this, you will get 10. Okay. Also, how many values are there in your data? Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The number of values in the data is 10, and also sum of the frequency is also 10. So we can say that number of values in the data if we denote by capital N. Look at here. If capital N denotes the number of values in the data, then capital N is equal to sum of the frequencies. Okay. So if you add the frequencies, you will get number of values in the data. Okay. In our entire course, whenever I use the capital letter, capital N, it will mean that it represents the number of values in the data. So always, what is our N? Number of values in the data. डेटा में कितने वैल्यूज है, that is represented by capital N. Okay, how will you find out that? अगर ऐसा raw data है तो you can count. अगर raw data नहीं है, ऐसा frequency distribution table दिया है, तो you can add the frequencies. That will give you the total number of values in the data. Okay. Now here one more thing I would like to point out, that जिन का frequency 0 है, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल 1, इसका फ्रीक्वेंसी 0 है, इसका मतलब ये नंबर 1 डेटा में है ही नहीं, तो वी कैन कैंसल दिस रो कंप्लीटली, वी कैन डिलीट दिस बिकॉज इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू कंट्रीब्यूट एनीथिंग. सिमिलरली दिस also we can delete, then this also we can delete, and this also we can delete, because these values are not there at all in our data. So our table will become slightly smaller. It will have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Instead of having 11 rows, it will have only 6 rows. Okay? So this is what is called as a frequency distribution table. तो अगर आपको इस तरह का raw data दिया है, तो आप उसकी टेबल बना सकते हैं. ठीक है? So now ग्रुप डेटा इज ऑफ 2 टाइप. मैंने आपको बताया ग्रुप डेटा का मतलब क्या, जो वैल्यूज रिपीट हो रहे हैं उनको हम फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टेबल बनाकर और नंबर लिखेंगे, वैल्यू लिखेंगे और उसका फ्रीक्वेंसी. नाउ ये जो ग्रुप डेटा है दैट इज आल्सो ऑफ 2 टाइप्स. वन इज ग्रुप डेटा ऑफ डिस्क्रीट. जैसे आपको मालूम है देयर आर 2 टाइप्स ऑफ वेरिएबल्स ना, डिस्क्रीट एंड कंटीन्यूअस. तो ग्रुप डेटा डिस्क्रीट टाइप का और ग्रुप डेटा कंटीन्यूअस टाइप का. तो पहले हम देखते हैं ग्रुप डेटा ऑफ डिस्क्रीट टाइप. नाउ गो बैक, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ डिस्क्रीट वेरिएबल? डिस्क्रीट वेरिएबल का मतलब क्या होता है? इट टेक्स सम डिस्टिंक्ट वैल्यूज. ओके, नाउ सी हियर इफ द वेरिएट, here the variate is a discrete variable. So let us suppose that the variate is taking the values x1, x2, x3, xn. I'm writing in general. See, in mathematics, whenever you write a formula or whenever you write a theorem, you always use the symbols. Okay, so these are just the symbols. Don't get confused with them. And जब आप प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते हैं तो आपको एक्चुअली में फिगर्स दिए, नंबर्स दिए. ठीक है, तो आई एम राइटिंग इन जनरल, तो इसलिए मैंने यहाँ पर सिंबल्स को यूज किया है. तो सपोज दिस वेरिएट x इज टेकिंग द वैल्यूज x1, x2, x3 अप टू xn. ओके, एंड अलोंग विद द फ्रीक्वेंसीज f1, f2, f3, fn. मतलब ये फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टेबल है. x is taking the value x1 और उसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी कितनी है? f1. इससे क्या मतलब निकलता है कि ये जो नंबर है x1, ये कितनी बार डेटा में लिखा गया है? f1. फ्रीक्वेंसी मतलब कितनी बार लिखा है. तो x1 is repeated f1 times, x2 is repeated f2 times. Look at here, x1 is repeated f1 times, x2 is repeated f2 times, and so on. x3 is repeated f3 times. तो इन जनरल जो मैंने अभी यहाँ पर प्रॉब्लम में बताया था आपको, ये देखिए यहाँ पर frequency of 2 is 1, so 2 is written only once. Frequency of 5 is 2, so 5 is written 2 times. Same thing, instead of actual numbers, I am writing the symbols. Okay, letters लिखेंगे क्योंकि I am writing in general. Okay, so generally if the variable x is taking values x1, x2, x3 up to xn, along with the frequencies F1, F2, F3, Fn. And if you add all these frequencies, and then that is the summation of F, that means if you add all the frequencies F1 plus F2 plus Fn, what are you going to get? Total number of values in the data. So capital N is equal to summation of F. This is what just now we have seen in the example here. Summation F was 10, but there were 10 values in the data. So always remember, this is very important. Capital N is summation of F. So you understand this way, in group data of discrete type, actual values will be given to you along with their frequencies, and capital N is summation of F. Now let us do some problem so that the things will become clear. So look at the first question. Prepare the frequency distribution table for the following data of marks out of 10 of 20 students. ये 20 students के marks आपको दिए, ठीक है? What are the marks? 4, 7, 3, 10, 6, 5, 2, 7, 6, 2, 0, 5, 6, 3, 4, 4, 7, 6, 1. So these are the marks of 20 students. Count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20 students' marks are given to you. You have to, this is a raw data. This is written in the one after the other, separated by comma. So this is a raw data. इसमें कुछ marks repeated भी. We have to prepare a frequency table for this. So what are we going to do? We have to prepare it. I have prepared the table horizontally. आप टेबल को horizontally भी prepare कर सकते हैं और vertically भी कर सकते हैं, ऐसा, ठीक है? मेरे पास स्पेस कम था तो मैंने यहाँ पर horizontally prepare किया. The first row is my marks and the second row is number of students with that much marks. So that is the frequency F of X. So we always denote the variate by X, Y like this. So X is our variate, X matlab marks. And what is F of X? F of X matlab frequency. यानी कितनी लोगों को उतने marks मिलेंगे, frequency of X. Okay. So this is the way I have written two rows. Now marks are out of 10. So what are the values it will take? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now find out what is the frequency of 0. So these are only 20, so small data. So you can just look at the data carefully and find out what is the frequency of 0. How many times 0 is written? Carefully watch. So it is written only one time. That means frequency of 0 is 1. What about frequency of 1? 1 is written one time. So frequency of 1 is also 1. What about 2? 1 here, here, that's all, huh? 2 times. So frequency of 2 is 2. What about frequency of 3? 1, 2, 2 times. So frequency of 3 is also 2. What about frequency of 4? 1 time, 2 times and 3 times. 4 is written 3 times. So frequency of 4 is 3. What about frequency of 5? 1, 2, that's all, correct? Frequency of 5 is 2. What about frequency of 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 is written 4. So frequency of 6 is 4. 7, 1, 2, 3. 7 is written 8. 1 time. 8 is written 9. 9 is not there at all. Look at here. There is nowhere 9 is written. So its frequency is 0. What about 10? 1. That's only 1. Okay. Now, how many values are there in the data? Total number of values in the data. कितने values है? 1, 2, 3. अब count कर लो. 20. ये data जो है 20 students का data है. So what is the value of capital N? Number of values in the data. That is capital N is 20. Correct? Count them. They are 20 in numbers. Now this is the frequency. Now add these columns, add this row, summation of frequencies. So when you add this 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 4, 15 plus 3, 18 plus 1, 19 plus 0 plus 1. So it is also 20. So look at here. Total values are also 20 and summation of frequency is also 20. So we have prepared the frequency table and we have observed that if n denotes the number of values in the data, then capital N is equal to summation of frequencies, and in this particular example it is 20. So I hope it is clear. तो अगर आपको इस तरह का रॉ डेटा दिया है तो आप फ्रीक्वेंसी टेबल बना सकते हैं एंड यू कैन आल्सो चेक द नंबर ऑफ वैल्यूज दैट इज कैपिटल N in the data and sum of the frequency is same as N is equal to summation f, that is 20. Let us see the next problem. Note here one thing, any raw data, अगर आपके पास raw data है, raw data मतलब इस तरह का डेटा, ऐसा डेटा एक के बाद एक लिखा है सेपरेटेड बाय कॉलम. तो अगर आपके पास raw data, any raw data can be represented by a frequency distribution table. यानी अगर raw data है तो आप उसको टेबल बना सकते हैं. And conversely, if frequency distribution table is given, then you can write it down as a raw data. यानी दोनों तरह से हम कर सकते हैं. अगर आपके पास raw data है ऐसा तो हम उसकी टेबल बना सकते हैं. दूसरा, अगर आपको टेबल दिया है और आपको पूछा है कि उसको raw data के रूप में लिखो तो वैसे भी लिख सकते हैं. That is what is my this example. Convert the following data written as frequency distribution table into raw data. यानी इस प्रॉब्लम में आपको टेबल दिया है, ओके, और आपको इसे रॉ डेटा में कन्वर्ट करना है. तो व्हाट इज दिस डेटा, व्हाट इज दिस फ्रीक्वेंसी टेबल टेल्स यू. सबसे पहले तो आप इसको समझने की कोशिश करें. व्हाट इज, देयर आर टू रोज, ठीक है. In this table, there are two rows. First row is marks. Marks is denoted by X. And the second row is number of students. That is frequency of X. क्या दिया है इसमें? 10 marks. Number of student. कितने student को 10 marks मिला है? 3 students. That means 10 is repeated 3 times in the data. That is the meaning. Look at the second column. Marks is 20 and number of students, मतलब कितने student को 20 marks मिला है? 6 students को. That means 20 is repeated 6 times in the data. 30 is repeated 2 times in the data. 40 is repeated 7 times in the data. And 50 is repeated 2 times in the data. That is what is the meaning of this table. Okay. And if you add these frequencies, summation of this row, 3 plus 6, 9, plus 2, 11, plus 7, 18, plus 2, 20. So summation of F is 20. Now let us convert this frequency distribution table into raw data. So how will you write that? Look at here. 10 is repeated 3 times. That means 10 we will write 3 times. 10, 10, 10. 20 is written 6 times. So we will write 26 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 20 is written 6 times. 30 is written 2 times. 30 and 30. 40 is written 7 times. So 40 you have to write 7 times. 40, 40. 5 times, 6 times, and 7. 40 is written 7 times. And 50 is written 2 times. 50 and 50. So we have converted this frequency distribution table into raw data, written one after the other, separated by 1. 10 written 3 times, 20 written 6 times, 30 written 2 times, 40 written 7 times, and 50 is written 2 times. Now, if I ask you, how many values are there in the data? What are you going to do? You are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So what is your n? कितने वैल्यूज है डेटा में? 20 वैल्यूज, करेक्ट? And what is the sum of the frequency? That was also 20. So again we can see that capital N is equal to, therefore capital N is equal to sum of the frequency. तो ये दो प्रॉब्लम में हमने क्या देखा कि अगर आपको रॉ डेटा दिया है, जैसे कि प्रीवियस प्रॉब्लम में दिया था, अगर आपको ऐसा रॉ डेटा दिया है तो आप उसकी टेबल बना सकते हैं, फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टेबल, प्रिपेयर द फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टेबल। ओके, तो हम लोगों ने यहाँ पर फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टेबल बनाया, फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टेबल। टेबल को आप हॉरिजॉन्टली भी बना सकते हैं, वर्टिकल, और इसमें भी हमने देखा कि n इज इक्वल टू समेशन है, कैपिटल N इज इक्वल टू समेशन है। दूसरे क्वेश्चन में हमने देखा कि अगर हमको टेबल दिया है तो हम रॉ डेटा में लिख सकते हैं, और वहां भी हमने देखा कि कैपिटल N इज इक्वल टू समेशन ऑफ। नाउ one small homework is there. You can take the screenshot of this, and or it is very simple here itself we can do it. The following data represents frequency distribution of weights of children. ये जो टेबल है, this is a data regarding the weights of children. Answer the following question. So you have to study this table. There are two rows in the table. First row is saying weight, which we denote by X, and second row is saying number of children having that much weight. So 11 weight, what is the frequency? 7. What does that mean? There are 7 children whose weight is 11. There are 12 children whose weight is 12. There are 15 children having weight 30. There are 13 children having weight 40. 9 children with weight 50. And 4 children are there जिनका वेट है 60. तो ये टेबल आपको पढ़ के समझ में आना चाहिए. Now you have to answer the questions. How many children are having weight 15 kilograms? What will be your answer? कितने चिल्ड्रन है जिनका वेट 15 है? ये टेबल को पढ़ के बताओ, चैट बॉक्स में लिखो. How many children are having weight 15? How many children are having weight 15? So look at the weight column. 15 weight किधर है? इधर. कितने बच्चों को है weight 15? 9. So इसका आंसर कितना हो जाएगा? 9. 9 children are having weight 15. Okay. What is the weight of maximum number of children? सबसे ज्यादा बच्चों का वेट क्या है? मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ चिल्ड्रन. नंबर ऑफ चिल्ड्रन का रो ये है, इसमें मैक्सिमम किधर आया? ये 15. सबसे ज्यादा बच्चे 15 है और उनका वेट क्या है? 30. तो मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ चिल्ड्रन आर हैविंग वेट 30. हाउ मेनी चिल्ड्रन आर देयर इन द डेटा? इस डेटा में कितने बच्चों का डेटा है? आप कैसा फाइंड आउट करेंगे? वो फाइंड आउट समेशन ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसीज. हाउ मेनी चिल्ड्रन आर देयर, मतलब एन का वैल्यू निकालो. एंड यू नो हाउ डू यू कैलकुलेट एन? इट इज समेशन ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी. So you have to add this rule, sum of the frequencies. So this I will leave for you. Add this and see how much you get. Okay? So इस तरह से टेबल आपको पढ़ना आना चाहिए. Now look at this. Look at the second question. Prepare the frequency distribution table for the following raw data. एक raw data दिया है आपको and you have to prepare the table. जैसे हमने अभी क्लास में किया था. So this is a good exercise for you. Write the values of x and write the frequencies. This is the table. Okay. Now you can see here. यहाँ पर x कौन कौन से वैल्यूज ले रहा है? 1 है, 2 है, तो वो ही वैल्यूज आप लिख सकते हो. यहाँ पर 1, 2 है, 3 है, 4 is also there, 5 is also there, 6 is there, and 7 is there. 7 के बाद देखो नहीं है. तो these are the x values. Find out the frequency. जैसे 1 कितनी बार रिपीट हुआ है? 1 2 बार. तो 1 का फ्रीक्वेंसी इज 2. इस तरह से आप इसको फिल करें. This is a good exercise for you. Do it at home. Third one, convert the following group data into raw data. If also we have done in the class today. 10 is repeated 3 times. So when you convert it into raw data, how do you write? Frequency of 10 is 3. So that means 10 is repeated 3 times. 20 is repeated, write 21. Okay. So do this. So I hope you will be able to complete this. Okay. Then the second type of data is group data of continuous variate case. Today we have seen group data of discrete type. Okay. जहाँ पर distinct values were given. X was taking distinct values along with the frequencies. Next time we will do group data of continuous variate case. Okay. So do these homework problems. Okay. Thank you.